We always say we're too busy to learn a language, but here's the truth. If you have just 10 minutes a day, you can become fluent. I know, 10 minutes, that sounds like nothing. But let me show you why these 10 minutes are more powerful than you think, and exactly how you can use them to improve your fluency. First, let's do the math. 10 minutes a day adds up to 60 hours a year. That's basically an entire college course. And the best part, your brain loves consistency. It doesn't care if you study for 10 minutes or 2 hours. It just wants you to show up every single day. Think about it like going to the gym. If you lift weights for 1 hour once a month, will you get strong? Nope. But if you work out a little every day, your body changes. The same thing happens with your brain when you learn a language. And let's be honest, we all have 10 minutes. It's not about finding time, it's about using the time we already have. But how to fit 10 minutes of English into your busy life? There are two ways. If you can sit down for a short focused session, that's perfect. But if your life is hectic and you barely have a moment to breathe, don't worry. There's another way for you. The first option is what I call the focused 10-minute study session. This is when you actually sit down and focus on learning. No distraction, no multitasking, just 10 solid minutes of English. You can do this in the morning, during lunch, or before bed. It's a small commitment, but if you do it every day, the results will be huge. But what if you feel like I don't even have 10 minutes to sit down and focus? No problem. That's where learning on the go comes in. Think about all the time you spend doing things that don't require much brain power. Commuting, cooking, cleaning, exercising. Instead of letting that time disappear, you can use it to improve your English. Listen to a podcast on the way to work. Play an audiobook while doing laundry. Watch an English YouTube video while eating lunch. You're basically killing two birds with one stone, getting things done and learning at the same time. But what to do in these 10 minutes? Now, here's where most people go wrong. They sit down, open an app, and just do something random. But that's not a plan. That's just hoping for progress, and hope isn't the greatest strategy. You don't want to waste your 10 minutes just scrolling through random language apps. You need a plan. You should plan your 10-minute session in advance. At the first of the week, decide what you'll focus on each day so that when your 10 minutes start, you already know what to do. That way, you're actually using your time instead of wasting half of it thinking. There are two main things you should include in your plan. Input, things you take in, and output, things you produce. Input is where you're feeding your brain with English. This includes 4 key areas: listening, reading, vocabulary, and grammar. For listening, you can improve by watching YouTube videos with subtitle or listening to a podcast episode on a topic you enjoy. For reading, try reading a short article or blog post or going through the lyrics of a song. For vocabulary, pick 5 to 10 new words from what you read or hear and check them in dictionary. For grammar, focus on one simple rule. Watch a YouTube video about it and practice it by writing a few sentences or saying them out loud in daily conversations. Output is where you actually use English. This means speaking, talking to yourself, recording a voice, or describing your day. It also includes writing, like keeping a short journal, posting something in English on social media, or messaging a language partner. The key is not to do everything at once. Each day, just focus on one thing. One day listen, the next read, the next practice vocabulary. This way, you're improving all areas of the language without feeling overwhelmed. The secret to making this habit stick is this. How when you smell coffee, your brain instantly thinks about drinking it? That's because it's become a habit. You can do the same thing with your English practice. To make sure you actually stick to this habit, create a cue, something that reminds you to do it every day. This idea comes from the book Atomic Habits, which explains how small triggers can help you build strong habits over time. Maybe it's a sticky note on your fridge that says 10 minutes of English. Maybe it's a phone alarm that pops up with a message like, hey, time to be fluent. Or maybe you connect your study time with another habit. For example, listening to English while making your morning coffee or reading one page before bed. By setting up a simple cue, you'll make this habit automatic. And before you know it, practicing English daily will feel as natural as grabbing your first cup of coffee in the morning. But how fast will you see results? Here's the exciting part. If you start today, in just 1 month, you'll already notice big changes. You'll feel more confident when speaking, understand more words without Google Translate, and overall, English will start to feel more natural. And in 6 months, you'll look back and say, wow, all from just 10 minutes a day. Here's my challenge for you. Start today. Not tomorrow, not next week, today. Do a quick planning session, pick up one thing for today, just one, and do it for 10 minutes. Then do it again tomorrow, and the next day, and the next day, and the next day. Thank you so much for watching and spending time with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.